Hello everybody, all at once. This is Theo Jones on April 28th, 2020, and I wanted to share my confession of awakening, that this is the 7th anniversary of my awakening from the ego self-contraction. And so I just want to confess and report 7 years without suffering the ego self-contraction. And I felt moved to offer my services in a particular way to the planet, which is the same as what I've really been doing for years, but I just wanted to reaffirm my commitment to you. And just to say that I basically offered my life, my personal presence, and my artistic legacy in service to the creation and orchestration of a new Earth civilization. And I'm doing this at this time, especially because the coronavirus crisis has brought us to the brink of the potential of the purging of this ancient cabal that has been enslaving and torturing and killing humankind for thousands of years. And there are revelations about the cabal that are soon to be made clear to everyone on the planet. And the majority of the people who have not yet been, quote-unquote, red-pilled by the WikiLeaks and the QAnon movement are in for a major shock. And when they realize that the entire system of our society has been under the control of this cabal, and in a sense infected and corrupted by it, many people are going to wonder what is to become of us once we've thrown off that cabal. How are we to manage the affairs of the world without that old control system in place? So the WikiLeaks revelations should be shocking to the millions on Earth who have not yet begun their process of understanding the cabal. What I basically want to do in service to you all is to offer myself as a kind of source person for the new Earth civilization. What does that mean? Well, I just want to offer the gifts and achievements that I have brought to the world thus far. And my gifts and my goals were principally 3 things: to be a rock star, to be enlightened, and to save the world. And I'm still offering all of those gifts to this one great project of creating the Global Cooperative Forum, which is my way of saving the world, and a project that I have been working on since 2007, when I first read the book Not To His Peace, and then 2008, when Bunny Buns and I had our Prior Unity wedding on July 23rd, 2008, and then created the Prior Unity Temple at Burning Man in 2008. Those were our first 2 public ventures into promoting and advocating and manifesting the Global Cooperative Forum. And I've been collaborating with Mike Waters on the Not To His Peace Open Conversation via online webinar for the last 6 years. And that has been incredibly fantastic creative project. I feel like it's the best think tank ever. And I feel, and I want to say that Mike Waters and I are developing what I feel is the most comprehensive plan for the New Earth civilization that anyone anywhere has proposed. And it's based on Adida's book, Not to His Peace. It's also based on Santosha Tantra's writings, including One True Tribe. So we have taken the visions and writings of Adida and Santosha Tantra and applied them to this project of creating the Global Cooperative Forum, and also the Free Union of Renunciate Messengers, which Santosha Tantra was gracious enough to lead and be the living embodiment of a renunciate, which she is. So we've really made some excellent progress in developing what you might call modules of the Global Cooperative Forum. And these are based on what Mike and I have determined are the 3 levels of culture that every human in the newer civilization is bound to be responsible for. The first is soil culture, the second is local culture, and the third is global culture. And Mike and I have sort of taken our respective specializations, and he's taken the soil culture piece and created livingstem.org, which is a curriculum to teach students how to create living soil and do this in a way which is in harmony with living systems, and ultimately even in harmony and support of humane swarm intelligence, which is what humans do naturally when the stave is removed from the wheels, as it were, and we can self-govern in a cooperative, spontaneous manner. So Mike's been working on the soil culture piece. I've been working on the local culture piece, which is taking the form of Real Rock. And Real Rock is dedicated to creating local rock band showcases in 25 cities in Central California, and then expanding that program worldwide in order to rebuild the rock and roll infrastructure of local bands. And then, of course, we've both been working on the operator's manual for the Global Cooperative Forum. So we're both working on the global culture piece as well. And so this work has just been making progress that the people in the open conversation are just thrilled and excited by. And we've been hosting at least 2 global prior unity events per year on July 23rd and December 21st for 723 Enlighten Everybody. And we have been sowing the seeds of prior unity and Global Cooperative Forum through these means for since basically 2007, but then using internet technology to do the global conferencing part since Lighten Everybody in December 2012. So I basically offer my life in service to the Global Cooperative Forum forever. And that's what I mean by, like, I want to be a source person for the New Earth civilization by giving everything that I have built up for the Global Cooperative Forum to you all. And basically say I'm going to be consistent, stable, and persistent at that. You can count on me for that. And I will be available for that forever, is to create the Global Cooperative Forum. Secondly, I feel like my music, rock and roll and swaybone, has within it all the meanings and ideas and lyrical content of prior unity and the awakening of humanity. And my vision is twofold, is the establishment of the Global Cooperative Forum and the enlightenment and awakening of all human beings. That's been my basic vision. And what I want to offer in service to the awakening of all people is simply my own presence. I have been stably established in what it seems to be 7-stage realization in Adida's terms. And what is that? It's enlightenment. It's the lack of self-contraction. What is enlightenment like? It's formless samadhi. It's absorption in the feeling of being, either without any conditional qualification, or if there are conditions, they're noticed as peripheral or secondary. And the principal noticing for these last 7 years has been the samadhi of the bright, which Adida also calls open eyes, which is to say, I have felt no desire to escape from this world as a solution or a fulfillment. That escapism need has gone away. I'm certainly ready to die, but not as a form of escape. So, even with eyes open, it's possible to experience the samadhi of the bright and to recognize all conditional phenomena as not an impediment to that bright. So, how can I not want to offer my own state as a reference point, as a focal point, as an inspiration and an example to all humans? And yes, you can awaken from your ego. You can be free in the ultimate sense while still alive in a physical body. And Adida and Santosha Ma are my source persons. So I'm offering myself as a source person to the newer civilization, and I'm always pointing back to my source persons, who are Adida and Santosha Ma. So I'm not trying to interpose myself as a personality that people should be fixated on, because there is no ego for me, and there is no ego for you. So what is the point? The point is existence, the feeling of being, consciousness itself, without any self-contraction. So naturally, I want to offer my state in service to people's awakening. I want to offer my band's music, Sway Bones rock and roll music, to the people of the world, because when you all find out how corrupt, how sold out, how satanic, how evil most of your rock and roll heroes are, or the fact that if they didn't do as much of the evil, they knew about it, and they remained silent about the abuse of children in a ritual fashion for the sake of their demonic purposes and satanic agenda. The worst of the worst has been done to humanity and to children for thousands of years, and the rock stars that we know and love, many of them are going to fall. Maybe most of them are going to fall. And we'll still have these great songs. Many of them I can't listen to anymore. But we'll still have many that we can listen to. And that legacy of rock and roll is, as I've said in my other videos, I think the greatest and most advanced human and cultural achievement by human beings, other than the enlightened spiritual masters. Rock and roll is the best that humans have done, and the constitutional republic. So basically, my band Swaybone is what the people are going to need when they realize that their rock heroes have sold them out, for the most part, or to a great and significant degree. Not all of them. God bless Johnny Rotten. He did tell us about Jimmy Savile and the pedophiles in the royal family. He did. apparently no other rock stars ever took the time or the trouble to do that. So you're all going to need a rock band that is not tainted by the Illuminati, that is even not shackled to ego, and has a message that will support your awakening and your transcendence of the ego. There will be a soundtrack and a backdrop for your happiness as consciousness itself. So Swaybone I'm offering that as a kind of source music for the New Earth civilization, a seed for the new rock bands and the new consciousness that's going to happen in rock music after this great awakening process is more fully underway, and the great reckoning in rock music is going to have to happen. There's going to be a big shakedown. We're going to get the full truth about all the evil done by the Illuminati, the Cabal, the Deep State, and how it affected rock music. And then you all are going to thank God for Swaybone. Swaybone is the only pure rock band. I hate to say this. At this point in time, the only band that is completely immersed in Adida has a singer who has gone through the ordeal to transcend the ego with Adida's graceful help. I can sing from that position these lyrics that are pure and true. And you can depend on me. You can depend on Swaybone to always have this integrity, this purity, and to be something you can rely on to inspire your future rock bands, to help you create a new rock culture. And so I think that was my message for today, and my confession that when the big shakedown of the Great Awakening really takes hold for all 7.7 billion people here, y'all are going to need us renunciates, us people who have awakened from the ego, to help guide you, lead you, and just be happy. Be the feeling of existence in the midst of this great awakening and this unbelievable process that we're in right now. And to know that there is a plan for the entire world's self-governance through cooperation. It's in the book Not to His Peace by Adida, and you can bet and you can rely on the fact that me and Mike Waters have done more to develop and research and manifest the modules and infrastructure and the culture of people sharing in the light of prior unity. And I think I can speak for Mike that he's also a lifer at this. We're committed for life to supporting the Global Cooperative Forum and Not to His Peace. And there is a plan for the future's system of governance for planet Earth. Because existing nation states can't govern planet Earth, and you can't just get an amalgam of nation states or even the United Nations, or you need the Global Cooperative Forum. That is the answer. And basically I'm offering myself, my art, and my personal presence in service to these things forever. Swaybone and the Renaissance of rock and roll, the Global Cooperative Forum and saving the Earth, and the awakening of all humans with the help of Santosha Ma and Adida and the awakened devotees like me. So that's it, my friends. Love you.